This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
The new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire, the no-show. Who set you back because they didn't show up on day one, or day two, or ever again. And now your product launch is delayed because you're talking to alien abduction podcasters to track them down. But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can help make sure your next hire sticks. In fact, businesses who use LinkedIn are 24% less likely to reopen a role in the next 12 months. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
Welcome to the Final Fantasy Lorecast, where we take a deep dive into the lore of the Final Fantasy universe, such as the characters, stories, and so much more. Hosted by Ben of Temeria and Steve-O. Welcome back, Warriors of Light, to another episode of the Final Fantasy Lorecast. I am one of your hosts, Brandon, or also known as Ben of Temeria, and always with me is my good friend, Steven.
Yo.
And today it is our patron chat, but before I introduce our patrons, I have two special guests who you might know from a few other shows that I host. We have Kodojo from from Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends.
Hello there.
And Jesse from the Gundam Lorecast, and also our newly added Dragon Ball Lorecast that me and Steven co-host with him.
How's it going, everybody?
Which, hey, we just had a lot of Dragon Ball news last week, and now we are all here together talking about Final Fantasy news. And joining us today with our patrons, we have Icons.
Burner account active.
Super.
Ducky, ducky, quack, quack.
Riku.
Whatever.
True Speak.
Whoa, Grahatia, at your service.
And Purple.
Gungaga.
Oh my god. I just love how True always comes up with a freaking audio clip. I love that. I love that so
I
much.
hope he keeps doing the new one every month. That's great.
It is a new one every month. I'm slowly running out, but
I was expecting the Lala's writing people. That was the one I was expecting.
People all the way, baby.
Oh god! Oh, and fun fact, that did come up during FanFest.
Lala's writing people.
That was at the Q&A. That was at the Q&A section FanFest, which is funny. So, but today, we are all here today, specifically, like Jesse and Kodojo here, both with us, specifically because we're going over all the awesome news that we got from Final Fantasy XIV FanFest. This was this past week, or past weekend, I should say. And both Jesse and Kodojo are avid players of 14. Me and Dojo have talked about it on the show. Me and Jesse have talked about it on Gundam. So, clearly all of us here have played 14 or currently playing 14 because I indoctrinate people. So,
Yes.
But, guys, like I said, new expansion, boom, right off the gate.
And even closer than we thought when we were thinking it was going to come out.
First off,
Nope, I called it.
trailer is awesome.
Yeah. I was gonna say, Steven and I were like, we're gonna know very early next year this is coming.
Yep.
Mind you, this is technically the second one that's very Nordic inspired because Heavensward has a lot of Nordic stuff in it too, with a lot of the names.
Well, yeah.
We just know it's cold. That's all we know so far. We don't know if it's Nordic.
So, anybody who hasn't seen it yet, there is it's like a 4-minute cinematic trailer. Shows off the new 14 expansion called Evercold, where we will be traveling to the 4th source, compared to where in Shadowbringers, spoilers, you travel to the 1st. if you don't expect spoilers in an entire 14 episode going over things that are coming out into the game that have already been out, I'm sorry. But we're going to the
Spoilers
fourth.
for you too, Ben, because guess what?
I was
you go
gonna
to
say,
another one in Endwalker.
Let's talk about Endwalker
Wait,
and
what?
Dawn Trail.
First off,
everything's up for that.
Whoa,
You're the
hold
one who's
up.
gonna get spoiled. Let's be real.
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. He'll be at Dawn Trail in December.
Maybe.
Hey, I'm almost there to Endwalker right now. So.
Phase.
Yeah, they're way back. Well, Super's in Heaven's Ward.
Yeah, I'm almost at the end of Heaven's Ward from what I understand.
Oh, dang,
so you say
nice.
So when you say that, are you at the end of said actual expansion or the actual story? Because post Heaven's Ward is actually where the expansion ends. Because you think at the end of the main expansion, oh, this is the final battle. This is the big fight. No, it's not.
Welcome to 14.
Since I just finished Bismarck, so now I'm chasing after the king dude, like the Holy See dude. That's where I'm at. That's where
you're not done. You're not done.
You're like halfway through the story of Heaven's Ward.
I'm halfway, but I've made some good progress.
Oh, for sure.
Fair. Oh, absolutely. So, but yes, we have a new expansion. Evercold looks epic. From what? I mean, you guys can chime in here, but the Meteor's job for this expansion is going to be Reaper.
That's what they showed. They showed Reaper, but part of me thinks that it's maybe a little bit of a red herring. I find it hard to believe that they're going to open up because they have 2 new jobs that are confirmed.
Right.
It's going to be a physical range as well as a tank.
Yep.
Typically, Meteor is, and when we say Meteor, we mean
we mean the poster child of 14's trailers and stuff.
He's typically they had Viper last time.
Though
Viper and Dawn Trail. So
you go back
I don't think he's gonna be.
If you go back to
I thought he was a Viper in the trailer because he was running around with the twin blades.
So he's a Viper at the start of the trailer, and at the end of the trailer, he's a Reaper.
Okay.
Now,
it's
not uncommon for them to, hey, like Shadowbringers, here's Dark Knight. Dark Knight was added in Heaven's Ward.
That's fair.
As the poster job, as well as you go to Endwalker, the poster job is Paladin, which is a base game ARR job. So I wouldn't be surprised if they, because your moniker in this expansion compared to the last few is the Wanderer. Because apparently that will, I don't know too much the story of Dawn Trail, but essentially it looks like we will be able to transverse through the different sources, which is pretty cool. Which, if we'll be able to do that, and imagine we go back to the Crystarium and all that stuff in Shadowbringers.
What I keyed up on is the specific naming of what it's going to be part of, a saga, which is like a song, which is like a tale. So,
AKA the next 10 years of the game. That's what that means.
Yoshi P strikes again.
Yeah.
So that's part of why I also get the Norse inspiration, because that's what a lot of their tales were called, were sagas.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, but if you
that's
go
a Final
back,
Fantasy thing too.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. That's an anime thing too.
Yeah, a Final Fantasy.
No, it'd be Arc. It would be Arc. It'd be the Godless Realms Arc. Yeah.
I mean, but there's arcs, and then if you watch One Piece, it's arcs, and then sagas are the arcs together. So.
It's true, but also if you look at the end of Endwalker, for an example, it's like this is the end of the Light and Dark saga. That was the whole premise of Endwalker, which clarified here's the 10 years of content that we have. By the way, here's the next 10. So Dawn Trail essentially started the Godless Saga, is what they're calling it.
Dragon Ball Z uses sagas.
That's true too.
I saw it. I saw you queuing it up.
Yeah, the
Dragon Ball does use sagas. That is true.
Well, to point on that, the 24-man raid in, I want to say, Endwalker, you are actually fighting the gods of your world.
Speaking of Friday.
And And at the end of
I'm
that,
gonna miss that
spoiler
one.
alert, by the way, they kind of disappear and say, "Yeah, we're kind of done here. We're leaving. Bye. we're leaving a little bit of our power, but we're kind of
Just-
done."
And
I
they're
must go.
Greek gods too. It's very Greek inspired. You're like basically on Mount Olympus.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are kind of in that godless era because of that raid.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, we have
So-
been. Yeah.
Do we think new primals will show up or something different?
So that's
so
what they're talking about. Those arcane, what are they called? Arcane beasts. Those big giant.
Yes,
and
those-
actually,
yeah.
what they look like. They look like Seath. They look.
They do, and
they-
you're right.
That's exactly.
I
What, and the
was-
reason why I noticed that is because I'm in the middle of 13. But I'm sure because
Same.
people saw that and they were like, "Oh, it's like that's sin coded." I'm like, "No, that is totally 13 coded." And so it's just yeah, I
We
think
get-
maybe those
if
are
we
the
get
problems.
13
There's
content
another
and
very
14 before we get the 13 port, I'm gonna be pissed.
so you know what? So
Prepare to be pissed,
not
my man.
not to drag on people's tails here. 13 used to have crossover event with 13 or 14.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Like they had crossover events just like 15, 16, Monster Hunter and all that. It was a limited time stuff, and that's where all the lightning, like if you go in the online store today and you scroll to the weapons and the outfits, you can find Lightning's outfit and you can find all her weapons and everything. That was originally from said crossover events. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if, because Evercold looks like it's going to be a 13 inspired, much like how Dawntrail was heavily 9 inspired, then possibly it's like, hey, we'll bring it back, because they brought back the 15 event that no one thought they would actually do.
It's also
So-
it's really 7 coded as well. So the two primary things that I see is because they mentioned Promised Land, as well as one of the places, one of the settings looks like legit City of Ancients.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's very, very 13. That's what I initially got. It's like, oh, the decimation on the ground level, they had escaped to the sky. That is very much what goes on in 13. And then of course you have all the references. So it's like the 7 and 13 X pack. And I thought it was gonna be the 10, but
I find it
Not much.
I find it interesting the way they talk about how everything seems like past tense, like all the adventures we go through in this expansion, like how the lady was telling the child that we called them the Wanderer, all this stuff happened. The way she's framed it as we've already done it, and this is a story that's passed down to throughout the ages
possibly.
as a saga. There you go, connecting it back to our adventures are passed down as a song. That's what I'm kind of getting as a hint.
I
Yeah,
think it's just
I
a
mean-
cinematic device. I don't think that the tinfoil hats need to be pulled out just yet.
No.
Well,
and-
too
and-
late.
I mean, in fairness,
that is Y'shtola. That that
No.
Mikote that's in there. That's Y'shtola in a hood.
No.
It's completely. It's a little bit of a joke. I think it's funny. I refuse to believe it's Y'shtola, but yeah, a little bit of a joke. Little bit of a joke, Kron. Quit busting my balls all the time in the Discord. Man.
Also, like,
I'm.
go on, Icon.
I was just gonna say, I mean, we already went to the world unsundered in Endwalker, so it's not really a tinfoil hat thing for it to be. These are their stories and all that. We've kind of already done it. It just hasn't been the focal point of an entire X-Pack yet.
So, just to answer the question that was asked earlier, as far as are we done with primals, I just want to say, no, we ain't. They'll pull a primal
No.
out of any corner that
Well, and then
you are not expecting.
go to
So we ain't done
freaking-
with
Like-
primals.
Go back to
Oh, you thought we were
Shadowbringers.
done?
I mean, go back to Shadowbringers, do the Gaia raids, and with the Eden raids, you just rehash. Here's just an alternate version of said primal. They can do that because it's a different it's a different shard of the source and a reflection of the source. And
Or we
so
can call
forth.
these creatures, or we can basically have these creatures as like nondescript primals. Like, hey, here's
True.
like a different.
You could always
color.
go that route too. I mean, they could. I mean, 14 can pull whatever out of anything Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Here's this reflection.
just
Here's
waiting
this
for,
reflections Odin, for example. Like, here's this reflections.
Oh, good lord.
Now back
I'm just
to
waiting for Yoshi P to do the whole. Oh, you thought we're done with primals? Fine. Fight Bahamut Zero. Eat it.
Okay, I will.
I'm good with
proudly.
that.
It's my
Currently,
favorite.
currently I'm at the point post Shadowbringers where I'm fighting Lunar Bahamut.
I'm so sorry.
So yeah, I have to do some stuff to get to that point. Anyway, back to I think Riku said about the tinfoil hats. For everybody listening, FanFest, there's 3 of them. Each FanFest, they add more content to said trailer. So by the time when we get to Tokyo in October, it's going to be like a 8 to 10 minute trailer.
Which is going to be sick.
True. You work with Germans. Get some friends from Berlin and tell us what happens if they show anything in German.
It's going to be screened and have English translation.
Yeah.
But whatever job that'll be introduced there, and then the Japan one is where Yoshi P is straight up in the cosplay, which is always
he does the cosplay.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
Last time he did the Viper, it was sick.
Yeah,
so they confirmed both jobs will be fully revealed at Berlin. So we know we're getting tank, we're getting a ranged DPS, which I knew for a fact we were going to get ranged DPS.
We needed a fizz range so bad.
We needed another one.
Give me time mage.
We have dancers. We're good.
Yoshi P, give me time mage of my life as yours.
Whatever jobs that they introduce are going to be brand new to the Final Fantasy world. In other words, they are not going. It's not a time mage. It's not going to be anything that existed in any. They're going to be unique.
With how 14's been going, and especially like Viper was brand new. Pictomantra wasn't new, but Viper was a brand new job.
No.
Reaper was a new job. Now scythes are in Final Fantasy, but as a job class, Reaper was brand new.
Like using dark energy was
more or less
touched upon.
But so Reaper, they'll take aspects of certain current jobs that we know and love from the series, and then make its own thing, because that's what 14 does, and that's how it makes it unique and not like copy and paste shit. Specifically, Time Age would be busted. Let's be honest. How the hell would you work that in an MMO? Secondly, I don't know if you guys have noticed, 7.5 is out now for everybody listening.
Oh, I've been playing it for like 3 hours before this.
They added Beastmaster, but you can't get Beastmaster until 7.56, which is in September.
I was so disappointed. I
so dumb. It's like, there it is, and then I'm trying to find it, and it's like, nope, can't find it. I was like,
I did the same exact thing, and I turned it off. I was like, damn it, I just wanted to be Beastmaster.
Dang, you plug pulled over it?
I did.
Also, apparently, I found out it's going to be in Gridania is where we're going to get the job.
Well, I was in the wrong place anyway.
But regardless, it's not it's in the game on the job list on your character sheet, but that's about it.
What a tease, right?
I know, and I was like,
so rude.
Why would you even add it if it's not in game? Like, that's... Anyway.
To tease you, of course.
You know what? Dojo shush.
Hopefully I'll be at Shadowbringers by September.
Also, with Evercold, because I literally have a full webpage of everything that was major announcements. True can kind of go into the nit and gritty things, I would imagine, because he has things.
I hope so, because I didn't understand half of it.
He has the flow
So
chart.
they are fully redoing the activity UI, which, by God, thank you. It looks
ambitious.
Awesome. It looks sick.
It does. It looks ambitious, though.
Is that changing from daily to weekly?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Riku, you're the only one here that plays WoW, right? Or does anybody else play WoW? Because
not in many years.
As I understand it, they took the concept of the weeklies and sort of like filling this gauge and doing the things that, as I understand, it's taken from.
Oh, it's a very big thing in Warcraft. Yeah, you have daily, weekly. Events.
Yeah, it's a big thing in several other MMOs as well. It's just finally coming to 14 now.
Yeah, and contention with it is very much looks like a gacha UI.
I'm
like, oh,
little bit,
it does. It's like, oh, whoa. Yeah. I mean, technically, it is free if I'm on the free trial. But also they announced when they were announcing all this stuff, item levels are getting fully overhauled, which this is exciting, to where now your item level will match your highest item level no matter what job you are.
Thank God.
Oh,
which
does that make weapons more accessible?
It's going to make everything more accessible.
You don't
can actually run the dungeons.
It's going to make playing as things more accessible. What it's not going to do is help you with the true end game, which is glamour.
Glamour,
I thought it was housing, but okay.
Yeah, no, the item. So item level current, like, so if you go into like, actually, I was just experienced this right before the pod. I unlocked a new dungeon in where I'm trying to use Tiamat to take down Lunar Bahamut and all that. It's like item levels like required to play is like 490 or something like that. To where it's like if you're below that, it won't let you access it. With this being implemented, it's going to where, say you have a job that's 100, but you want to use a lower level job to play it, and but your item level is too low. It increases that item level for the lower level job to the highest. That way you can play the content.
So what you're telling me is that I got Kron to make me half of a bard fit at 770 for no reason because my white mage is 770. Awesome. Sorry, Kron.
So all of
it doesn't mean it's not going to look cool because glamour.
All of your your level 100 jobs would all have item level 770.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to go and like procure all that because one is that's a pain in the butt.
Oh, what are we going to use the poetics now for? Because that's what I was doing with my level job.
Glamour.
Glamour.
Well,
we've been using them for
restrictions on glamour, so it makes sense, right? Why does item level?
I got enough glamours is another thing. Unless they give us more room for glamours.
Good God.
I don't want to.
That's why I think they're going to
need
redo
more
that
room
whole
for
thing.
glamours. More
The one thing that
hairs.
they did not do is they did not touch the glamour dresser at all. They didn't add any glamour plates. They didn't do anything. They're changing the
That's
item
fine because
level.
I don't know how to use it anyway.
Yeah, glamour. Glamour is something that still eludes me.
Yeah,
Glamour's
Who
great.
needs glamour when you got a butt slider coming?
Yeah, butt slider.
Yeah,
That's true. We are getting that. So 14's also getting a seasonal structure. Now, mind you, so when they announced this is really funny because I watched the live stream part of this. It's not seasonal what you think. Like, so typically when you hear seasonal, you think, oh crap, I have to play for a certain amount of time to get increased into the season. That way I won't lose any story, blah, blah, blah. Like most, online style games.
Are doing,
So this comment, the announcer going over this, saying it in English and everything, like they pan over to Yoshi P, and Yoshi P's like, no. It's like, that's not what that means.
Well, you mistranslated me, man.
I heard so many
not
people
what that means.
I heard so many people breathe in when they said seasons on the live stream. They were
and
like,
then Yoshi P is like, no.
Like, yeah.
It's like, no, that's not what this is.
And
It's essentially stating
collective exhale of relief.
Yeah, and it's like,
It was
no.
the collective
So
breathe in before the boo.
patch 1, so say
They were ready.
essentially patch 1 and then patch 2 is season 1. Patch 2 or patch 3 and 4 will be season 2. They already do that.
That's all that it is. They're doing it already. They're just essentially rebranding it.
It's literally what it is. It's just a rebrand. It's just how they're going to refer it.
Rebrand. That's all that it is.
It's not changing any content because that's not how 14 operates. Plus, also Yoshi P was like, "Why? What the hell would I keep people out of story content? That's the dumbest thing ever."
Right.
Destiny 2.
I wasn't gonna mention it. I'm glad you did because we had a whole ass discussion about this in the Discord
We don't
the
talk
other
about
day.
that. We do not talk about that game. I loved playing it, but when they went to seasons, it was a bunch of bullshit.
Give that game a battle pass now.
Anyway, the armory system is also getting overhauled. So this is going to be so starting in Evercold, players will no longer have to painstakingly grind for gear for all their jobs, as they will allow to reflect their highest item level onto their other jobs. You also still have to level jobs individually, but it only comes to but when it comes to gear, it's becoming much easier to gear up jobs. So this is applied to stat boosts given by materia. So you really want to hone in on one job. That you can do that, but when it comes to standard gearing, you don't have to it's going to be much easier dealing with that.
I'm curious about how materia is going to work.
No, the materia still matters. So that's the one.
Yeah, materia will. That's the only
Yoshi
thing.
did say.
Yeah, that's the only caveat. Is materia will that, and also like it's specifically equipment based. It's not like
I can't
item
discard
based.
my materia quick enough.
Yeah, so what it sounds like is like currently, if you've got all 4 of your tanks at the same level, they all share the same gear except for their weapon. So you can just get one tank to level 100 and then just grind the rest that way, and knowing that you're going to have all the gear you need waiting for you already because you've already got it, minus the weapon.
Essentially.
I think it's just your item level.
But it's the item level specifically.
Yeah.
You don't have
to
have
have the different gear.
Old gear just for like a low level job because it'll just automatically go. Yeah.
Yeah.
This will be helpful for people like me trying to play catch up.
Yeah. I do like that.
That's gonna clean
I
out
mean, if
crap
you
from my
say,
inventory.
like, I would imagine most of us here have most of all the jobs unlocked to where we have so much gear in our armory for said jobs, and you can't keep getting extra pieces because you either have to sell it or dismantle it or whatnot just so you can keep your job.
My armory is full right now and flooding into my inventory because I have a gear set for every single job because I'm pushing from 70 to 80. So don't get me wrong, I see the plus, but what I'm worried about is for White Mage, for instance, piety's not as important. So if I go, spell casting speed and I think it's determination or tenacity,
intelligence.
No, I think it's
tenacity. Thank you, Steve-O. We're talking about material. Bro.
Oh, okay.
Which the thing you said,
not the actual attributes.
Anyway,
which I still have not put any materia on any items I have yet. I need to.
You'll get there. It's a nice little oomph in the right direction. But anyway,
for the weapon
if I want to use a gear set that my White Mage is maxed out for, but I want to go to like Sage or Scholar, then I'm just curious about how the materia is going to work because piety might be more important on them, but I'll still not want it on my White Mage. I don't know. I don't
know. Piety's never important for any healer or spellcaster, in my opinion. But that can consider, and that's the reason. Otherwise, there would be no reason for any job differentiation between what class you are. Right. So the materia is a way that they differentiate that. How exactly that works in practice, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious if we're going to be bringing Warcraft things over. I wonder how soon we're going to be bringing gear enchants into the game.
That's what I've been wanting.
Gear? Wait, say it again. What is that?
Enchanting your gear. It's like stat boost for each piece. And in Warcraft, they would actually give you a visual. Sorry.
Nope.
They would actually give you a visual of the weapon enchant. So people would like straight farm an enchant just because it like put dark red flames on your weapon or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Interesting.
Doesn't materia kind of already do that just without the like?
It's just for stat. Material is mostly just for the stat boosts. I mean, that's all.
So in Warcraft, it was jewel crafting did what materia does now, and then you had enchants on top of that.
Yep. Cool. So they also announced small little thing, character action skins. So you'll be able to change the look of certain animations for certain actions that you do, which, funny enough, ESO implemented that last year.
It's a super common thing to do in MMOs. I want, I'm going to play Dragoon. One, because the Evolve system looks super dope, but two is I want to do the Estinian dropkick on everybody. I don't know if that was that. Estinian just out of nowhere with the dropkick. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah,
slithering like a dragon.
Which we'll talk about that update here soon.
Let me get the 16 suplex pose. I just want to go around suplexing everybody.
Oh my god.
Trains.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does.
A lot of trains in suplex in this game. There's a lot of trains.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, it's weird. It happens more than once.
If I had a quarter every time, every time, I would have two. I would have 2 quarters,
which isn't a lot, but it's still strange.
It's weird that it happened twice. So some, we are getting some customization for our characters, to where they will have some features such as like a color picker for hair, eyes, and skin tones. You'll be able to do more like a variety of stuff, also with enhanced customization, to where, say, you have a shirt and the shirt has a backpack on it. You can now turn off said backpack so it's just the shirt. It's just little things here and there. The main thing, I know a lot of people are going to get crazy with the hair, because I know that's been one main thing, is like not having, just being able to customize your character more to your style and not just have plain like straight up colors. You can actually do different. I mean, they showed some crazy examples like green
you haven't
with
gotten
pink.
the solution. You haven't gotten the solution 9 yet. So
It's true.
Fair point. That's
like
fair point. That's the
like you want to go just
that's
straight up
post game Don Trout, right?
chartreuse.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
Chartreuse and rose
Nope.
or
No,
fuchsia.
it's in vanilla Don Trail.
So and
Oh, it
then
is, yeah.
now, what is this?
Real quick, I want to
Like,
address
I
Mr.
need-
Evil's comment. Yeah, we're
Oh, yeah.
jailbreaking Final Fantasy XIV, bro.
What?
Like, I need more hairstyles so I can look like an isekai protagonist. Damn it!
Yes.
I want my Makote to
Vieira
look like Broly.
hairstyles, hats on Vieiras.
Yeah.
First off,
Give me more
they
hats.
finally announced that. They did announce like here's all the hats and head equipment that Vieiras and
I
Rothgar's can
should
wear.
not have to mod to get a hat.
True.
We don't talk about mods. It's frowned upon.
Not
Frowned
while
upon.
we're
I said I
live.
shouldn't have to do it. Not that I do it.
Mention the big word, M-word.
So
You shouldn't have to.
as for battle content, it was revealed in Evercold they'll be introducing a new tier for 8-man raids, one that is between normal and savage, and it's hinted that it will have its own rewards. Yoshi P wants to shore up the completion rate gap between normal and savage. So there's going to be in between. It's going to be like here's normal, here's medium, and then here's high. That's essentially what it's going to be. Savage, well, savage is technically hard. Savage is the hard.
Sure is.
Extreme is very hard.
No, it's
Well,
ultimate.
or is that the
Talking about.
opposite?
Yeah, the
Or is that
ultimate.
or I'm-
Ultimate's the
No,
like, highest.
Ultimate's the I
No,
know that's the most difficult.
No, because they added the Unreal difficulty for trials.
Oh, Unreal.
But
That's
I
right.
forget
Okay,
when,
yeah,
but
Unreal.
yeah.
You're right. Yeah, it's Unreal. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but Savage has always just been for the normal 8-man raids, which still never done any of them.
But you
So,
still need best
you know.
in slot. The problem with Savage, you still need best in slot in order to
Yeah.
even
Oh yeah.
clear.
Yeah.
So
So having them
Yeah, and that's
like,
why I haven't.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ben.
I was gonna say like having a middle ground between the two
Yeah.
gives like players like myself who, I don't grind in game. I just play for the content. And just to be able to do it, that's going to be fun to where then I can use Party Finder to get like top tier people who actually want to do the stuff.
I don't pay $13 a month to come home to do extra work for a game I want to enjoy.
Wait, isn't that what we already do?
I mean, I was gonna say I don't do the Savages because I'm not a sweat lord. I don't do the best in slot stuff. And it's like I don't care about the extra stuff I can get for it. I'm not gonna go on blood pressure medication just for a completion.
Oh yeah, no, and I'm also not one for like world's first or like do the hardest difficulty thing. It's like no, I play games to relax and enjoy the story.
I'm gonna wait until I can unsync that thing.
Exactly.
One shot, whatever.
That's exactly
and then get the thing out.
exactly what
That's what I'm
I'm
gonna do.
I don't know if you guys saw it, but Steve-O was giving us this judgmental look where they're going, yeah, we're not sweat lords. We don't grind everything. He's just looking at us like peasants.
I definitely don't do that. Well, I grind.
No, he
but I don't-
grinds, but
it is.
So grinding is different than sweating yourself to death for content that you may get a reward for.
I don't do
It's not even
extremes or savages
guaranteed.
for that reason. Like it's not fun for me. Even when I'm playing like the level cap dungeons right now, I'm just feel like I'm constantly typing in sorry, like every 2 seconds
Right.
because I suck.
Like,
But I'm like, I'm having
that's
fun
why
though.
that's why I run DPS in the level cap dungeon because I'm a DPS. Everybody expects me to die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They don't.
So I'm just living up to expectations. It's just how much of an expectation do I live up to at that point?
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah, and as our real quick, as our resident World of Warcraft guy in this episode, I will say I've seen free companies fall apart over stuff like this. So we better just stay.
Oh
on
yeah,
God,
anyway.
yes.
just enjoy the content. I mean, that's what we do. That's all we need to do. But they did also announce alliance raids are also going to be getting something as well when it comes to this difficulty. But
Easier to pop
those
for.
details for that will be revealed later in Tokyo. Now, as far as easing to pop things to get queued in, something that's happening for Evercold. This is the best thing ever.
big.
This is
This is big.
This is
Yeah.
huge.
Huge.
14's finally getting same region matchmaking, not same server, same
finally
region.
do PvP without having to hop out to a day. Because I would only do PvP just for the glam. That's the only reason why I would do it.
It's the only reason it's
And
there.
they did. They
because people like, I don't know. People like it.
So
I mean, I am competitive, but I'm not that competitive.
I hate it so much.
And
I did it twice. I was like, I'm never
So,
doing this again.
This is going to be in the Party Finder as well as just queuing up normal things. This is actually getting implemented before Evercold, so it's going to be the 7.5 series of updates. So from now till the end of the year,
first they're going to test resiliency in Japan
and
see how that.
It was also like loosely like said that this is the start of them possibly eventually kind of open it up to cross-world progression across all regions, which would be really cool. Because, I mean, Final 14 already has crossplay. Like, no matter where you're at on whatever console, you're on a server in said region. Them opening up to the same region, though, that's going to, in my opinion, going to be heavily, massively reduce queue times. Because now we're not, like, set to, like, the Dynamis server, for example, where
Also,
we're on Seraph.
That should make it so much easier for me when my main character is not on Dynamis and I have to sit through world transfer and wait to be able to play with anybody.
Oh, good God.
So it's like, as long as because I'm on Goblin, so it's like queue times are fast on Goblin, relatively. But when I want to play with y'all and I don't feel like playing on my character that I haven't really leveled up that much, it's nice to be able to just not have to fucking load like that.
Yep.
There's the F-bomb.
Yeah.
Jesse did it.
It's
okay.
always me. It's me every Gundam too. But
yes.
I was gonna say over here it's always Steve-O.
Oh yeah, I give him that right.
On Dragon Ball, we compete for it.
I get my
That's
one.
true.
I don't have one this week. Don't worry.
I probably won't have another.
So before we go more into the FanFest stuff, because yes, there's more. Let's take a quick mid break.
But wait, there's more.
Thank all of y'all for joining us.
There's more.
And we'll be right back.
This summer, say I do.
I am marrying a stranger.
Like never before.
Am I crazy?
It's a whole new Married at First Sight on Peacock.
Thank God I woke up in love.
With new experts.
My name is Dr. Lisa.
My name's Paul Brunson.
More couples.
This could be the start of a very successful marriage.
And more surprises.
Or maybe not. Everything is just not enough.
You're a little bit crazy.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I want my fairy tale ending.
Married at First Sight, now streaming. New episodes Thursdays, only on Peacock.
Tomorrow morning is knocking. Stock your fridge now. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or a sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
All right, welcome to the middle of the show. We're talking about everything with the podcast has nothing to do with the lore of Final Fantasy. Here we want to thank all of our amazing patrons, just like these amazing people with us today. And a huge shout out to TrueSpeak, who is our ultimate tier patron. Thank you, True, for supporting us and giving us your time and expertise on things and your spreadsheets, because they desperately help.
And emotes. I'm giving y'all some
and emotes. Yes.
You all better get the chicken emotes. Like
I did. First off, I
I
haven't received it yet. I bought a shirt, and I have
some, dude. Well, if you wanted the shirt, that's fine.
I wanted the shirt.
I am hoarding all
He's sweating chicken grease.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Jollibee just sweating everywhere.
Yes.
So heart disease, but you all will have this excellent emote.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'll talk about the Jollibee thing actually after the mid break.
That's
right. Yes, we'll talk about that here in a bit. There's specifically I want to talk about something from that advertisement. But yes, thank you guys for supporting us. And if anyone wants to join us on the shows like this one today, you can go to patreon.com/Final Fantasy Lorecast, where you can get ad-free episodes. You get join the Warrior Light tier, join these lovely people with us today because it's a great time and it's always chaotic fun. Also, you get free shirts. We have shirts. Yes. Get your free shirts.
We also have Keep Ben's Lights On, so...
that's my day job. Technically, that's a whole thing. I live with my parents. But anyway.
Yeah, it's 4 podcasts.
5, technically.
That's right.
I still get paid for Original World. The ad revenue, I still get paid for that. But
soon to be 6 when he does Digimon.
We're not talking about that unless they make this full time.
We're not. No.
Unless I can do this full time, then I'll do it. But anyway. You can also find us on Apple and Spotify. Leave 5-star review on Apple with some words or a nice Spotify comment. Read out loud next time on the show. Which I haven't checked Apple in a hot minute. Lo and behold, nothing because Apple sucks. The Apple Podcast app sucks. that app is terrible.
No, you
for
had
podcasts.
it right the first time.
Yeah,
I use Apple. I use Apple over Android because it's very simplistic. But the podcast app is not.
I also do.
Everyone knew that, man.
Terrible.
Let me finish the mid-break, people. God.
No.
Well, don't say dumb things then, like you like Apple.
Anyway,
you wanted chaos, and you're getting upset when we give it to you.
Yes, but I also have a show to run.
Ben, we pay you for your incorrect opinions. So.
Words. Anyway, I do have some comments from Spotify. So, from our Hot Takes Patron episode, from Pox, Squall is the penultimate Final Fantasy Sigma male. That. Whatever. Which I think Riku has said on the show. Which is funny.
You're my boy, Pox.
Back on our... Oh, God, what creature is this? The Tonberry. So, Kron, our lovely friend from our Discord, commented saying, Scholar is by far more fun to play than Summoner. White Mage is a better pure healer than Astrologian, in my opinion.
Tell him, Kron.
Which I think, didn't we talk about
You lost me in the
that?
first half, I'm not going to lie.
And then on our characters Kuja episode, Pox also says Kuja always seemed like a blended aspects of Kefka and Sephiroth to me.
I can see it.
Yeah, I can see that a little bit. And then on our villain Mount Rushmore episode from Fearzilla 96. Hey guys, I'm still doing a great job. Finally beat Final 7 Remake and still have a lot of the same feelings. That the changes killed a lot of the magic of it. I beat Sephiroth across these 2 games, and most of my life they jobbed him out way too hard.
Well, wait till you get to Rebirth.
Yeah, it gets bad. Oh god. And the thing with the remakes is it's not supposed to like replace what the original 7 had. It's just to enhance, in my opinion, it was to enhance the original 7, because if you play the original 7 and then play these, you get a much better appreciation for it, because it's set in a different quote unquote timeline.
I always say, if you want to play, if you want everything to stay the same, just play that game again, because it's currently there. If you want to play the remake, play the remake, but expect changes, because it's not the same exact game. Why make the same exact game twice? That's just
exactly silly. Yep, that is true.
I mean, it's working for Bethesda.
Well, we don't know. That's different. First off, they're not making a new game every time. They just port it. Which is,
the new extra special deluxe
Super edition TI graphing calculators.
It's like X game featuring new feature.
And then you can also find us on a few different Discords. The Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, as well as my own Discord server, the Ben and Friends Podcasting Discord, where you can find this show and all the other shows that me, Steven, Kodojo, and Jesse host, which include the Dragon Ball Lorecast, Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends, the Gundam Lorecast, the Wizarding World Lorecast, and the Witcher Lorecast. And for everyone's pleasure, if you listen to the mid-break, they updated a script. So Have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV with an extended free trial, which you can play through an entirety of Realm Reborn and the award-winning Heavensward expansion, the thrilling Stormblood expansion, and the player-favorited Shadowbringers expansion, up to level 80 for free with no restrictions on playtime? I know I messed up that up, but
you almost nailed it.
I almost nailed it.
One of these days.
Like, so there's Stormblood and Shadowbringers right under it. Like threw me off reading it.
I always get them mixed up. So
It's serious.
I was gonna say Stormbringers. I don't remember that one, but it sounds badass.
Stormbringer? What's Stormbringer?
You play it right after Shadowblood.
Yes.
Look, I know we're leaning into the Norse mythology, but we're gonna fight the mighty Thor now. We're cooked.
Stormbringer.
I just sent that to Steven, so that makes sure I have it, like, and it's not like buried in the pets and memes, so I can like record that later. But yeah, no, and we'll
I like to
get
think
into...
an icon where we're just gonna be walking around in Evercold. Next thing you know, a lightning bolt's just gonna strike us.
Whilst
it's Ramu
Led
again.
Zeppelin plays in the background.
Whoa!
You are gonna hear me scream an F-bomb from wherever the heck you are. Just, well, icon found Thor.
But yeah, it's awesome. I'm super pumped, and yeah, this is gonna be great. So with that being said, let's get back into more of FanFest.
This episode is brought to you by Perfect Bistro Cat Food. Cats, this ad is for you. Has your human ever called you picky, persnickety, choosy? If so, Perfect Bistro Cat Food is for you. With ingredients like wild-caught tuna and pasture-raised lamb, tantalizing textures, and delectable flavors that meet even the most discerning cat standards. You're not picky, you're just perfectionists. Perfect Bistro, mealtime perfection for every cat. Have your human visit perfectbistro.com.
Okay, so like I said in the mid-break, if you listen to the mid-break, please do. The Jollibee, whatever you want to call it. It's not near me. The nearest one's 200 miles away in Michigan. I don't know. You can get the code for Eat the Chicken emote. Well, true, you live in California. I know there's multiple in there.
I don't have one.
That's why.
And I'm
Wait,
did
did
you
you
to that?
Hang on. First off, True, did you go to the one that was dressed up in 14 or no?
Oh no, yeah, that one's just in that.
Was that
believe
in
Anaheim?
Los?
It was
Anaheim?
where they were holding FanFest at. Yeah,
Okay,
and that's
so
where
that'd been-
the whole crew, Yoshi P, Koji, Soken, all of them went there.
Oh, okay. Because I did see like videos and photos and stuff, and I was like, oh, that looks sick as hell. All right.
All the Jollibees, they all have the decoration with so they have decorations up. It's just obviously not as quite nicely, but it's just
not a full stage set.
I can't say that the Jollibee was very busy. Where I ordered nobody.
Ooh, I wonder why.
Nobody ordered any of the Jollibee meals. So
people just wanted the code, or it was just busy.
Nobody. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is as much as we're huge fans and we wish that KFC would do. I mentioned in the Discord. I think for sure, Square Enix went to KFC and was like, "Yeah, let's do this again. We did in Japan. Let's do it in the U.S." And KFC said, "What is this now? We'll do maybe Dragon Ball because
we did
actually
what?
They did."
When did we do that?
You know what's
different marketing teams, different countries.
And then maybe they went to like a Popeyes and were like, "Hey, Popeyes," and Popeyes was like, "We're already doing."
Popeyes is busy.
Yeah,
They're busy with One Piece right now.
Can Square go back to Coke? Can we get some more? Can we get some more Coca-Cola?
That would be cool. Give us.
Can we
Coca-Cola
get some Final Fantasy Coca-Cola ads? Damn it!
I saw Master Chief on a Fanta bottle earlier.
Funny enough. I mean, it's Fanta. I mean, Xbox and Coke.
Yeah, well, he's everywhere, so.
Coke and Master, because Fanta's is owned by Coca-Cola.
He's still on that one GameStop wall.
Yes, and that is never being taken down. Thank you very much.
Not until a better game comes out.
Got that right.
I'm just begging Square, give me a FanFest in Atlanta, for the love of God. That would be so perfect.
The thing with
I will drive back down to Atlanta for that.
FanFest has always been in California, and the main thing is they have the multiple convention centers that can hold the amount of people and what they want to do. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Like if you watch videos of FanFest specifically this year, the entire convention hall is decked out. They had life-size statues of the Crystal Eckhart. MXL, yes. Yeah. Multiple Warrior Lights. I mean, FanFest 2 years ago, they had a giant statue of Meteor in like 3 different jobs and like all golden and everything for the 10th anniversary. Like,
the only problem is we also have
deck everything out.
We also have MomoCon around this time too down here, so all the hotels would be booked up too. So it would also be a logistical nightmare.
It's the logistics. It depends on what's going on. Generally, it's always going to be roughly California. If anything, Florida would probably be the next biggest like area to go to.
Well,
which I'd be down if it goes to Florida because that's only like 2-hour flight for me.
I'm in
but
Florida
with
right
the
now, so.
going back to the Jollibee. You can get the code even if you're not near one, because if you buy merch on their merch store and then go to their website and enter a code or enter the form with your order number, they'll email you the code for the emote within about 24 to 48 hours. I still haven't received mine. I did order one yesterday, so hopefully I get it soon.
Well, it's been pretty quick for me. Like within the day,
Good,
I think they just give it that. But
yeah, I haven't received mine.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'm gonna have to do that because I'm gonna need the emote.
I'm
hoarding. I'm hoarding them. Just hop on the. I have a spreadsheet with everything on it, so I probably should be like.
Imagine that.
Right.
I did watch something at the FanFest that interests me. Were they doing something with like a Kefka raid or like an update to a?
Yeah, so we'll talk. We'll go into that here in a bit. And the other thing from the break that I was going to talk about is the free trial. Now, currently, not and whenever code comes out. Currently, now, if you play the free trial, it is up to level 80 with Shadowbringers. One of the best expansions. I mean, obviously, I'm not into Endwalker yet, so I haven't experienced Endwalker yet. But I've done Shadowbringers, and my God, was that expansion so good.
It's okay to be biased, and we get it.
4 full games. Like, everybody that has been, like, promoting this free trial, you essentially get 4 games for free. You get so much content for free.
If you're saying it's that good, I was like, right now, I think Heavensward is some of the best I've ever played.
It's good. No,
Heavensward's
good. It's really good.
It's excellent.
So, currently, do you think Shadowbringer is better than Heavensward?
Currently, what I've been playing,
I've
played, Shadowbringers is number 1, Heavensward's number 2. Obviously, because I haven't got to Endwalker yet. Now that might change where Endwalker would go to 2 and then Heavensward would be 3. Regardless, Shadowbringers will probably forever be number 1 for me. You think
Dawn Trail number 3?
Dawn Trail number 3.
Dawn Trail is excellent too, man. Do not believe the internet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the internet.
Don't let the internet lies. The end of Dawn Trail, I was in a puddle. Like the last arc that you have in Dawn Trail is
that's
everybody
so
good. And they were
first off, I know this is not FanFest related. I just finished the weapons story arc.
The Gundams, you mean?
Yes. By the way, awesome. I loved it. I got to pilot a mobile suit in a Final Fantasy game. Yes, thank you. And by the way, the Emerald weapon is a straight up knockoff of the Krulisha from Unicorn.
Oh, the Kshatriya.
The Kshatriya, yes. Is a straight up knockoff of that.
Does it have the fin funnels?
It does. It has multiple hands as fin funnels. Oh my God, it was hilarious. It's like, I know what this is. Anyway, finished that. Cried at the end of that story arc because I actually felt good for I felt so bad for Gaius. And I was like, he was a dick. But then you start learning more about his backstory.
What a shocker, man.
My God, this guy
only Final Fantasy can make you feel that way about the, such devastation guy. You know what I'm saying?
Such devastation.
You get to end of Shadowbringers, you feel you feel bad for Emmett Selk. knowing his backstory is like he has gone through so much shit.
Just you wait, Ben.
Just you wait.
Just you wait.
But anyway, let's get back into FanFest. So obviously we already talked about this. We are getting 2 new jobs. We are getting a tank and then a physical range. Now,
can we talk about the update to the? Can we do the?
Oh yeah, we're about to talk to. Yeah, we're about to. So they are going to be 14 specific jobs rather than legacy jobs, like what True was saying from other Final Fantasy games. So it's going to be its own original thing.
Thank
the
God.
weapons themselves might be, obviously legacy weapons because you can only do so much with weapons. But the jobs themselves.
That's Beastmaster.
Yeah, it can. I feel like you could do that already.
Gunner. We'll get Gunner. We'll just get guns. That's the job.
That's
I don't know what machinist though.
The machinist is already in game.
Chuck the whip on.
Get to see
Look, since they didn't use the whip on the Beastmaster, just give it to their new range DPS
No,
so
I
I
think
can
they
finally
confirmed-
have my Belmont cosplay, damn it.
I think they confirmed it's not going to be a whip. I think they confirmed that. No
damn it,
Quistis,
and
no.
a shield.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah, Yoshi P said that the whip's physics was just too impossible for them to do.
Which understandable.
Okay, you know what?
At an MMO
I
standpoint,
get that.
yes, I get that. Now, obviously, like we said earlier in the first half of the show, the jobs will be more detailed with the Berlin FanFest. Now, the next major thing I know True really wants to go to is the new job modes. We have Reborn and Evolved. Now, the job system currently that we have in game, base game, currently what we have is called, essentially is it's the Reborn version. That's what it was, and that's what it currently is setup wise. When Evercold comes out, we are getting an evolved mode emphasizing more individuality with our jobs. So currently what we use is the Reborn. So as far as the evolved mode, which will be available for all existing jobs, however, this mode will introduce completely new rotations, which will have far fewer inputs. Yoshi P is quick to explain that this is not a simplified version of Reborn mode and that players should consider them 2 different versions of the same job. You'll be able to toggle between the 2 modes at any time when you're outside of battle. The job level and gear is shared, so there's no need to worry for that. Evolved mode will unlock when you unlock a job, and all content is clearable with both modes. It is also confirmed that all future jobs will only have the evolved mode. So the 2 new jobs we get will be only the evolved, where all the current jobs we have currently in game up to Dawn Trail will have both. Which honestly sounds cool. I like the whole emphasis when he says there's going to be fewer like button inputs. That to me, I was like, that's going to be
I like how busy it is.
So,
give me all the
that's fair.
No, as a person that plays on controller, that
buttons.
sounds very helpful. That way I don't have to keep pressing R1.
Correct.
R2.
And like, so when it comes to
Oh
console
my
players,
god, yes.
for console players, like myself, Steven, Super, whoever, I don't know who here also plays on console.
This guy.
I do. Yeah.
Icons and True. With the evolved mode, we'll be able to, be able to do more things just with one hotbar. You won't have to constantly switch between multiple hotbars.
Oh my god.
Nice. And honestly, I only use one hotbar to begin with anyway, currently, so it's whatever.
This sounds like just like the perfect accessibility option for people to be able to.
That and with
a little bit, yeah.
That and like with the evolved formed and revolved mode and like the individuality, they did show a little bit at FanFest where they showed different actions being able to go in a rotation with a different action and such.
Did you see the Dragoon jump? Did you see the Dragoon jump?
Well, that's what they made. That's the main thing that they
Finally,
showed off
you
was
make the
Dragoon. I was
Dragoon
like,
do
oh,
its
this
thing.
looks cool. It's like,
I don't really
shit.
understand. Is it sort of like when you do like the instances where you're not playing as your character, you're playing as one of the scions, where you press one and
That's
then
what
it
I'm
goes to
thinking.
the next one.
That's what I'm
So
turns into the next.
some of the PvP modes, that's what it is already.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, PvP does it
Or
too.
I think even a better one would be the way Viper and Picto are today.
Yep.
Like if you think about the button bloat on Viper, and I was surprised when I
Viper
first
has a lot.
set up my hotbar for Viper. I was like, I don't need multiple hotbars. This is weird.
That's why I
And
feel
so
with
in
Paladin.
many ways, Viper and Picto are already sort of evolved mode to begin with.
Yeah,
Kind of
and
easing into it.
And honestly, let's be honest, the reason I think Viper and Picto are like that is because this is kind of like they threw it in there and not told anyone about it, and like kind of like, hey, this is what this is, like, hey, this is how the job works, deal with it. And then they announced this and I was like, oh, we already have that. Okay, this is going to be easy to learn. This is not going to be that bad.
But they're doing one really big change, and I think this is the reason why they had to get rid of it. They're getting rid of the 2-minute meta. So for those who don't know, all your global cooldown things or off global cool, they're all at a 2-minute cadence. So whenever you have a raid buff or anything like that, it's always that 2-minute window. And so whenever you were playing any of the higher level content, you had to arrange with everybody else in sync to make sure that you hit all those things, because to clear a Savage or an Ultimate or any of the end game content, you had to play coordinated with that. The problem is the boss fights, the dungeons even, were all structured around a 2-minute buff window. And so what does that mean? Someone like Rico that likes to keep his mind going has to go, okay, I need all of the buttons because 2 minutes, I'm literally not doing anything. And so you like a more complex rotation. But the constraints that you have in designing the bosses, designing the dungeons, was all limited to that 2-minute window. Because again, during that 2 minutes that there's no raid buffs going on, the boss is just like auto-attacking, doing nothing, right? And so they're introducing a lot of different changes with it because they got rid of that. Not the least of which is, I don't know if y'all caught it, but Paladin has a straight up parry, y'all. You could parry in this game. How freaking wild is that? And so they're going to enter the Dragoon has that jump, and that jump allow, like, you mitigate 90% damage. It's almost an invul at that point. You may as well be a tank, and that's exclusive to just a Dragoon. And so all of this brings.
By the way, that just reminded me, the tanks, they designated Paladin as the main tank, and all the others are off tank.
You have a shield healer, you have a burst healer, and so it's the same type of thing. You're gonna have, and maybe they need to rename it, because it's like I'm the one soaking damage, I'm the one sort of protecting the party, that type of thing. It's not really main and off. It's more so the tanks have specific things that they do. But regardless, I'm looking forward to the changes. I think to add extra layers and extra,
them announcing all this stuff, like, because a lot of people were wondering, is like, where does the game go? And this fan fest literally like blew everyone's minds. It's like, oh, they have shit locked down for the next cut. Like this is the next expansion. God knows what we're going to get in the next couple years for the next expansion after this. This fan fest literally blew everyone out of the water, because
and it's the first one.
And it's the first one, exactly. Because when they announced Dawn Trail, it's like, okay, cool, Dawn Trail. We're getting a new expansion. It's going to be like a vacation style. It's going to be very as not as World Calamity.
It's the beach episode.
Which, be quiet, I see that face. I see the face. Eventually it does, obviously, because Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy without it. But where, with this fan fest, everybody's like, okay, let's see where they're going. And everything they announced was like banger, 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 banger. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? I'm getting Twitter notifications, because, I drove down to Georgia this past weekend during Fan Fest and went to Georgia Renaissance. I actually met Super in person, which was awesome.
High five Super,
that was.
So he met a celebrity in person for once.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I got to meet a C-list celebrity. It was nice.
Hey,
damn!
At least I'm there.
Shots fired right across the bow.
I get to our Airbnb with my friends, and I pull up my phone because I drove 9 hours straight.
I remember this because I texted you about it. I texted you about a bunch of the stuff that happened.
I was like, I don't know what's going on. I look at my phone and like my phone blew up from Twitter notifications because I get direct notification from the 14 Twitter account. And my God, like I'm seeing everything. I was like, what the? I thought this was tomorrow. And
because it's 2 days.
It was 2 days. I forgot it was a Friday, Saturday, where in my head it was Saturday, Sunday. And I was wrong. I was so wrong. But it's great.
I was just
great
following
stuff.
along to TrueSpeak. That's all
I was going to say, True talking about how his wife had to go check on him because he was screaming his head off. That was my favorite part of the whole thing.
Oh my God.
That was a great thing to read. I'm not going to lie. I was going to mention this earlier when you guys brought up Dragoons because, as you guys know, I drove out to the campsite I'm going to be at this weekend. And as I was driving, I went past a middle school that declared their sports teams to be the Lancers. And my first thought was, does that mean when they get to high school, they graduate to Dragoons? And my next thought was, oh my God, I need to get a life.
No, you're
sorry,
fine.
those are sold out.
Yeah, they're on back order. It's fine.
All right.
I just thought you guys would enjoy that.
So we do also have more content they announced on top of all the major stuff. So with Evercold, they are raising level cap from 100 to 110, which a lot of people were wondering how that was going to work. Specifically with hitting the triple digit mark from Dawn Trail. People were like, are we going to get an extra 10 levels? Or are they going to somehow do a stat reduction stuff again like they did? Was that?
God, I hope
was
not.
that Endwalker or was it Shadowbringers that they did?
No, they did the stat reduction from Stormblood to Shadowbringers because in Stormblood, as a level 70 DPS, I had 100,000 HP, and then when I got to level 80 in Shadowbringers, I only had like 50k. It's like, what the happened to the rest of my HP pool?
They mitigated it. You just the numbering, like with how they do the algorithms and everything. For anyone who doesn't know, they reduce to the numbers so it doesn't strain the servers or anything like. Because when you get to big numbers like that, it strains the servers. So they have to do something. But we are getting into 110. Obviously we're getting dungeons, raids, treasure hunts, in gear.
Evangelion.
Oh yeah,
that's what I was about. I was literally about to.
We're getting there.
I'm getting there. New raid series, which will be the raid series is going to be announced in Berlin. But as far as the Alliance raid, because the Alliance raids are typically the ones they do collabs with, as True said, we're getting Evangelion in faction with the 30th anniversary of Evangelion. That's why they're doing the collab with that.
I'm just
which is crazy. I'm like,
saying that word wrong in my head this whole time.
Yeah.
What Evangelion?
Now is it Neon Genesis Evangelion or just regular Evangelion? Because those are two different levels of trauma.
Yes, they are. As of right now, because obviously they only showed the teaser. It's just Evangelion as a whole.
Okay.
We don't know exactly because with Alliance raids, there's always three.
Evangelion.
Yeah, there's three. There's three raids, so they might throw in things from the different series of Evangelion, but it is going to be the Alliance raid for Evercold, which is pretty cool. More mechs.
I'm thinking like what? I'm like, what the hell are we gonna fight? Are we gonna fight the angels? Are we gonna fight? Are we gonna fight the?
Look, all you're going to hear is me screaming at Shinji to stop crying and get in the damn robot.
Get in the Magitech armor, Shinji.
I'm just like, we're it's like we're ants to these freaking things. How the hell are we going to fight them?
What we're going to do
with the power of God and anime like we always do.
We are going to get to pilot Gundams and fight them.
That would be cool. More than likely, we'll be fighting. So this is when they announced this. That was one of my thoughts. Is like, how are they going to do that when an actual the suits are they're bigger than Gundams? They're the size of Godzilla.
They're like the size of Jaegers.
Yeah, the size of kaijus. So my thinking is because we already have kaiju, we had a kaiju fight with the Final Fantasy XVI.
I was going to say Super hasn't done the Alexandria. I mean, the Alexander raids either. So
where either we go into a different dimension where it's a smaller downside version, or we fight one boss, but in the background, there's the mechs actually fighting the crap out of each other.
No, we go Ultraman route. We grow to their size.
Yeah, no.
I don't want
I
Go
don't want to do
Power
that.
Rangers.
Can you imagine the Lalafels that grow to giant size?
No, I'm out.
And then we do get a new Ultimate in 8.0 as well. They did obviously announce, and we talked about it a little bit, we are getting at the Dancing Mad Ultimate Raid with Kefka again.
Oh, Lord.
And Kefka is voiced again, which is awesome, because then we can hear that laugh in all of its glory.
And infamy.
Yes. They did announce, we already talked about the free trial. The timeline for the 7.5 series of patches have been announced. Obviously, 7.5 is already out. 7.51 is coming out in June 2nd. And then we have FanFest Berlin, which will take place in July, with with patch 7.5 dropping the following day. And then 7.6 will drop in September, which that one will be the one for Beastmaster. And then Tokyo Fan Fest will be on the 31st of October. The very last day of October.
And then we're in the home stretch.
Yep. And then literally after that, we just have a few months to wait for our Evercold. Now, my speculations is that Evercold will be up for pre-order when Berlin happens.
I was gonna say, when are those exclusive mount and minion Evercold releases?
They're not gonna be able to top the most
Screw
recent.
that. When do I get the earring?
When you pre-order.
Oh yeah, the leveling earring or whatever.
There it is.
So yeah, I have a strong feeling when FanFest Berlin happens, we'll finally get the hey, this is up for we'll get the official release date, not just the release window, and then they'll probably go for pre-order on all places to where then you get your exclusive, minions and mounts and the earring that lets you get 30% more EXP up to level 100 instead of 90.
Whoa, was that a cheating accessory I hear?
They do that at every expansion. Dude, you can get one now.
No, it's not cheating. It's in the base game. It's designed to be part of the game. It's not cheating.
So,
do you get it by spending money?
Yes.
You do.
I mean,
sounds like pay to win.
I mean, technically, Purple, if you want to go that route, you and I are cheating by wearing glasses since we pay money to see better.
No, these are accessibility options.
That's
By the way, I like how you don't include Steve in that glasses comment.
Mine aren't helping.
Steve's wearing a glamour. That's helping.
They're just
Mine
there.
are fake. They're just to make me look cool.
Trying, well, Steven, they aren't working, so.
Oh my!
I was actually browsing
see.
Where'd Steve go? Oh, there he is.
I was browsing the Final Fantasy online store, or the Final Fantasy XIV online store, and I didn't realize. So they have a starter pack. I think it's $10, where you get Aetheryte tickets and a bunch of stuff. But the main thing is there's an item called Minfilia's earring, which it gives you 30% more EXP up to level 90. And I was like, oh, I didn't know this was a thing in game that you can just on the store to buy. Normally you have to pre-order for this
hell
crap.
About that thing. It was easy cop. I totally bought that thing.
I will say, back to the story stuff. I can't remember where I saw it, but somebody's reaction to the trailer said they saw that one of the crystal things reminded them of the crystals from 16.
Yeah. The structure wise, it kind of does look like
the
it.
Mother crystals.
That's true. The mother crystals. Yep. And then from the last thing they announced at US, yes. The last thing from US FanFest is 14's finally coming to Nintendo Switch, specifically the Switch 2. Not the Switch 1, because the Switch 1 can't handle shit.
I was about to say, how's that going to work?
It would not run. It is coming to the Switch 2, which is very exciting, because that means we're finally getting a portable Final Fantasy XIV game that's not on Steam. Well, is it Steam Deck verified?
I think
I played on Steam Deck. It works.
Okay.
It runs really well. It runs really well.
Okay,
Yeah.
I figured it was.
The only problem I see with it being on Switch 2 is you either will, if you're taking it on the go, you'll constantly have to be on a hotspot or.
Correct. You have to be in a place with stable Wi-Fi connection and all that stuff. So it's up in the air. Now that is coming out August this year, so it's going to come out before Evercold, which is going to be awesome. It will have the free trial that we currently have with Shadowbringers, which is really good for anybody who wants to hop on 14 on the Switch 2. Now, if you ever do want to subscribe to 14 on the Switch, you don't need Nintendo Online, but you do have to have your own 14 subscription. Now, if you have a 14 subscription currently with a like a console or PC, you do need a separate subscription for the Switch 2 version. It's something, I think, some licensing stuff that's with Nintendo specifically. But if you have one already with other consoles, you get half off on the Switch version than what you would get from the standard. So
I just love this will be the ability of I could be like playing 14 on my PS5. I need to go somewhere, or if I need to go to college or I need to go to work and I'm not doing anything, I can put it up.
I travel a lot for work. Yeah.
Character transfer's different. You can't. So how characters work on 14 specifically, you can't play the same character on one console without transferring them.
Oh, that's stupid.
No, what are you talking about? No,
is there cross? Is there cross?
Yeah. You just have to. You have to sync
the same
data.
character on console and PC.
Oh, can you?
You just have to. You have to back up and sync the. Which I just found out. Like, but you. Because I play on.
All you really have to do is back up your hotbars.
Yeah. Yep, back up your hotbars.
Consistently do that, and you'll be fine.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I guess I don't know. I only play on one console, so I didn't have.
So pick if you're listening. No more excuses. Get on 14.
Yeah,
we're waiting.
He's busy playing Breath of Fire 1 right now.
What?
He's playing the Rebirth demo.
No, give into the peer pressure pick.
He's playing everything. We'll just encompass it.
Do we know if they could use the little Joy-Con as a mouse for mouse and keyboard controls?
Oh,
you can do that with the PS5 too. It confused the heck out of my son.
No, it's like they're trying to. It's like
they're trying to.
They're trying to peer pressure Pick, and it's like Riku and Mr. Evil are trying to peer pressure me and Pick into playing Legend of Legaia.
You should do it. I'm jumping on the peer pressure train. You should do it.
Purple, that's a good question. I am curious if the Switch 2's mouse and keyboard stuff would actually work with that.
Oh, the hotbars, that's what it also
works on other consoles. You can just plug in a keyboard
I think it's
mouse.
supposed to work. I think they actually mentioned it during, but I believe it's supposed to work. Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be cool. So, that's all the major and I think that's all the news that we got from FanFest. Other than, they did some AMAs with Yoshi P. They did a Primals concert where Yoshi P actually came out on stage, which was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Butt sliders are coming to 14.
Maybe he said no.
Maybe
yet.
not yet.
Iron Mouse did a beautiful cover of Oblivion.
She did 3 covers. And they.
The Oblivion one, yeah.
I've only which one did I? It wasn't Oblivion, but she did 3 covers at FanFest, and they actually reworked her character model to where it's her all raw character from 14, which is a dancer too, which is pretty cool. By the way, but when they announced her being at FanFest, it's like, oh, interesting. I didn't know she played,
no idea
and then
she
screenshotted her Steam tag of how much she's played at 14, and it was over 1,000 hours. And I was like, oh god,
Rookie numbers.
She plays this game.
But by the way, Return to Oblivion, Sinister, Give It All.
Give It All is the one I caught.
I was always like, sorry, True. Some of us haven't been playing since the game first came out.
True just started 6
I've
months ago.
I've only played a year, and I got 2,000 hours. I'm just saying, step up your. Yeah. Step up your
She's also a professional streamer that does a bunch of stuff. She also does a lot of music.
Speaking of music,
she's also
going to Distant Worlds in June.
Ooh, are you?
Oh, I hate you so much.
So
Did you actually get
yeah.
tickets?
I hate you so much,
I
but I'm
did.
so happy for you, man.
Okay, cool.
Not through
And if,
StubHub.
if
Are you
Amanda
sure?
Akin is there, if
Good.
Amanda Akin, right?
Are
That's
you
what
sure
said,
you got
Amanda?
tickets?
I know we did. We got them directly from the source this time.
Good.
I'm using my
Good.
one
Good,
F-bomb.
Yeah.
Fuck StubHub.
That's a Steve. True. That reminds me. The Near Orchestra's coming to Atlanta. Why the hell are those tickets so damn expensive?
Oh yeah,
Because near.
the
Because
distant
screw
rolls
you,
were
that's
expensive
why.
too, man. They're all everything's expensive.
They start at
Also-
$100 for the nosebleeds.
Jesus.
That makes sense.
Nears in 14 through the
Yes, I'm
Alliance
getting- I'm
raids
going-
through Shadowbringers.
That's why I'm trying to get there, Ben. We know.
Okay.
Also, there's some absolutely massive bosses in there. So
Yes.
Evangelion.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
And not
But-
out of the realm of impossible.
But before we head out, what did you all think? Final thoughts from each of you. Don't do too long, but final thoughts on FanFest. What was your most excited thing about it? And are you pumped?
I still don't know what's going on, but I'm excited to see what happens.
Where do you go for Steven? I'm just going to go down the list. Dojo.
It's definitely going to be a new expansion, Evercold.
Okay. Which I kinda figured.
that was my favorite.
I figured
thing.
that much. Icons.
I'm looking forward to see what Yoshi P has in store for us.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's it.
I'm actually excited to see what cosplay
Like,
he's
he
gonna
hasn't
do
let
this
us
year.
down yet, so I was like, all right, dude, I'll trust you on this one.
First time for everything.
God, I hope don't let it be this one.
Super.
For the first ever FanFest I've watched live, I have never been more excited to see new content for something. This is going to be.
Oh yeah,
peak.
no. I watched FanFest when they announced all three FanFests when they announced Dawn Trail, and I was like hooked on everything. Like everything they're announcing, like this is amazing.
Yeah, you still haven't got there.
Shut up. You know what?
December's
I wanna
coming.
hear
It's
it.
fine.
Riku.
I am the Dave Chappelle meme of the scratching. Y'all got any more of that 14 news?
Yeah. True.
I'm just excited to see where the MSQ goes and kind of what direction, because a lot of the trailer was just so ambiguous and full of red herrings and stuff.
I need to
just
know
wanna
what
see
that
what's going
chipmunk
on.
is about.
Yeah, I mean, Calyx is one thing, but there's just so much, they
It's
have.
probably based off Ratatoskr.
Yeah, I'm. That's what I'm really looking forward to. The evolved combat stuff. Evolved combat is this Halo. It's,
mean,
it
yeah.
could be.
I'm looking forward to that,
Maybe.
but not as much as MSQ.
That's the enemy in this game. Is the Covenant.
But yeah, no, and I agree with True when
Hydra battles.
when they announced Dawn Trail, the first trailer was very it was very ambiguous. It was very like, what are we doing exactly in this? But you definitely get the vibe of like, okay, we are here to save this like world of something.
Okay.
That's it. Obviously,
That's what we do
pretty
every
ambiguous.
expansion.
Welcome to Ragnarok.
Yeah. Purple.
I didn't actually catch it, but hearing all the stuff from you guys, that item syncing is game changing. It's about to clear up so much inventory space, and
Yes,
I'm
it
excited.
will.
Also, Evangelion's awesome, so I'm excited to see what that's.
That's
gonna be
also
about.
true. And then
No, he's
last
down
but
here.
last but not least, Jesse.
So, as someone who mainly plays Fizz Ranged, finally having confirmation that the new one is coming. Plus a new tank, which tanks are fun. But
New jobs are always exciting. I feel
Yeah.
it's fun.
Dancer?
I mostly play Machinist, but
Machinist. Okay.
That's wild.
Or Bard or Dan.
Or
I
Bard.
don't know. I play all three of
Because
them.
there's only 3.
I play all 3 of them. I play all 3. Plus,
Which-
I play the Fizz Melee and Black Mage.
I need to find another class besides Samurai to play.
Ninja.
Play Red Mage.
Monk.
haven't
I
gotten
mean, the
Stormblood
monk,
yet.
the samurai shares gear. The samurai shares gear with the monk, so
That's true.
you could always
Monk is
use
fun,
do
man.
that.
Monk is fun. I
Monk
love
does
Monk.
seem pretty cool.
I did pick
Oh,
up Dark
good
Knight. I'm
lord.
liking Dark Knight so far.
Dark Knight is also fun. I
Your
also
healer
play that.
does
The floor tank.
So,
Yeah, your healer hates you, man.
So I don't know if you guys remember this in Shadowbringers. This was before they changed up the monk. If you were running a monk at endgame stuff in Shadowbringers, it scared the living crap out of the rest of your party because you either had no idea what you were doing or every idea what you were doing. There is no middle ground, and both are terrifying for different reasons.
Fair enough. But all right, well, everybody, thank you for joining us on talking about everything FanFest. Because if it wasn't a patron week that FanFest happened on, it would have just been me and Steven talking about things. And
you would have been the shit out of luck.
I feel like you would have made a special patron chat just for this, honestly.
In July, FanFest is also it's going to be a patron chat week. Let's see, October.
Yes.
October,
FanFest
it will
Electric
not
Boogaloo.
be, sadly. So October, the Tokyos will not be. But who knows? We might push the patron chat into November just to talk about it. So
I will say that by the time the next the July one happens, I will be 1 year older by that FanFest.
That's true. I think we all will.
Yeah.
No.
Oh no, I will be.
No, I'll be 25 in June. So.
Oh,
you're still just a baby.
Anyway, everybody here,
yes, I can.
Thank you for joining the Final Fantasy Lorecast. Sorry, true, but we definitely have to head out. Or
no,
not true,
we can
super.
keep pushing this.
No. Steven has a life.
I don't have to work tomorrow. I don't have a life.
At least one of us do.
Anyway, everybody here,
I'm good. I can go.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. And, may the crystals guide you. Thank you for listening to the Final Fantasy Lorecast. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, the Ben and Friends podcasting Discord, where you can share your thoughts, experiences, and love for the Final Fantasy lore. You can also find us on Twitter at FF Lorecast.